This is Vogtle Timeline with your host, Joe Washington.
What a difference a year has made here at the construction site of America's newest nuclear energy facility. The footprint of Southern Company's 2 new units at Plant Vogtle is now in clear view, as is the progress that has been made this year. Let's take a look back at 2011. Several million cubic yards of special soils were backfilled and compacted during the excavation of the 2 new units. More backfilling will take place in the years ahead as the turbine building is constructed. The nuclear islands for units 3 and 4 were lined with retaining walls and now extend 40 feet into the ground. The first components that will be put into place inside the nuclear islands are the CR-10 modules. These are the cradles on which the containment vessels will sit. Work is currently underway on the Unit 3 CR-10 at the containment vessel cradle assembly pad. Once in place, each CR-10 module and containment vessel bottom will be surrounded by concrete. Look at the progress that has been made just since our last report on the welding of the bottom head of the containment vessel for Unit 3. It's easy to see how this bowl-shaped section will rest in the cradle of the CR-10. Another stand was recently erected for welding to begin on Unit 4's containment vessel bottom head. Between the 2 nuclear islands is the circular platform for the heavy lift derrick crane. The platform has a 300-foot diameter rail track around it. This will allow the crane to place the 1,000-ton sections of the containment vessels and large structural modules inside each of the nuclear islands. The first parts of the crane assembly are being placed on the track right now, and the 560-foot boom is currently being assembled. The circulating water systems for both new units are in place and are now covered with concrete and soil. In this photo from October, you can still see how the pipes are laid out to and from the cooling tower on Unit 4. The cooling towers are faintly outlined in the distance. The circulating water pipe system will eventually connect to the new turbine building and condensers. The module assembly building, office complex, training facility, switchyard upgrades, IT systems, and many other construction goals have been reached on budget and on schedule. It's a very exciting time here at Plant Vogtle, where safety remains our top priority. We work to protect the public and our facilities with state-of-the-art technology that layers precaution on top of precaution. Here with more on the safety culture at Plant Vogtle is Site Vice President David Jones.
Our nuclear safety culture is implementing the principles necessary to achieve excellence in constructing our nuclear power plant. And we begin with processes and procedures that govern our work activities. If we can't follow our procedures, we stop work, get the procedure corrected, and then we proceed once the procedures are corrected. Secondly, we have training, and it's the supervisor's responsibility for the group to establish the key training that is needed for the individuals that are responsible for the work activities. Then once the initial training is conducted, it's the individual's responsibility to maintain that training and ensure that it's documented. And then thirdly, we have our corrective action program to correct problems and deficiencies that we identify. As I call it, staying in process. These are the key principles we implement to ensure a strong nuclear safety culture here at Vogtle.
Thank you, David. One major milestone we're particularly proud of is receiving the final safety evaluation report from the Nuclear Regulatory Commission, or NRC, for the Combined Construction and Operating License. The NRC is recognized globally as the strongest nuclear energy regulator in the world. Nuclear facilities in the United States are subject to more scrutiny and requirements than in any other country. There are 2 full-time NRC inspectors providing oversight of construction activities at Plant Vogtle, with more expected as the project moves forward. Receiving the NRC's final safety report means we don't just meet federal standards, we exceed them with our multiple, redundant, layer upon layer of protective systems and 24-hour-a-day expert oversight. You know, it takes a lot of people to reach the milestones of the past year and bring a project like this to life safely and on schedule. With 1,800 people working on site here now, everywhere you look, there are experts in skilled crafts and professionals in a wide range of trades, the backbone of this project.
We are working 2 shifts, 5 days a week, day and night. We also are working selected weekend shifts when needed. Primary activities on site today include concrete work, fabrication of the containment vessel, and the infrastructure required to support this construction site. Primary groups of skilled labor personnel include iron workers, carpenters, equipment operators, laborers, welders. We also have a significant number of electricians on site required to support construction power and supply power to these temporary facilities. At our peak, we're projecting 3,500 total folks on site. We'll utilize our local labor union halls to recruit both locally and throughout the United States. This plant is the most state-of-the-art design. It utilizes the latest in advanced technology, but it's the skill and dedication of these labor groups that will allow us to operate these units.
There's no question that the building trades feel that they are full partners with Southern Company on this project. We are not only working in the state of Georgia, but we have our national training apparatus, our national union labor relations people, all engaged in this project all the time. This is the single biggest, most important partnership we have at this time. Southern Company has stepped up, invited us to sit at the table, and we're sitting at the table with them, and we take that very seriously. We have all our resources, all our training components, and the national training infrastructure in place and committed to this project and working on a daily basis. When we have the opportunity to be in a partnership with a great company like Southern, we take it very serious, and we don't just want to be their partner for this project, we want to be their partner for every project.
Thanks, Sean. This project is in good hands, many, many good hands. We've certainly seen a lot of changes here over the past year, and it's only the beginning as Southern Company leads America's nuclear renaissance and adds to its diverse portfolio of smarter, cleaner energy sources. In our next report, we'll look at what's ahead in 2012. That's all for now from Plant Vogtle in Waynesboro, Georgia. Best wishes from all of us here for a Happy New Year.